I think we in. Hey everybody. I'm back from unexpected Thanksgiving. I'm Emerald Fishy, and I'm about to take this case to task. Final day. I'm gonna have to transfer myself to the next game after this. The defendant's lobby, alright, but there's no defendant. Been trying to reach Lana all morning. Where could she be? And where's Emma? Where's everybody? Something's happening behind the scenes. Knowing you've already figured it out. Yeah. Have a pretty strong hunch. It's the chief of police. The only reason this trial didn't reach a verdict yesterday is because there was still room for doubt on this ID record. If that number does belong to who you suspect, there will be no doubt remaining. He hasn't been officially charged with anything. Not yet. Once all doubt has been removed from the listing, I can call for a ruling on the defendant. 5 minutes after the trial starts, Lana will be found guilty. But she didn't do it, though! Lana's hiding something. We gotta draw it out. Everything goes back to SL9. If she's found guilty, you'll lose your only chance to find out what really happened. Damn. He's just like, good point. Good point. Fair enough. Michael Jackson's This Is It. It's right here, right now. Alright, so, court's in sesh. I'm gonna go over all my shit again. Goodman's ID. Investigator's ID card. 2 years ago the halberd was removed. That's right, yeah. Edgeworth's knife. Parking stub. That's right, she removed this knife. The switchblade knife. And switched it for Edgeworth's knife. So that the switchblade knife could be found by, presumably, Officer Marshall? Right, murder weapon found in Edgeworth's toolbox, parking stub, Blue Badger, Goodman's autopsy. Between 4 and 5:30 is death, loss of blood from the chest wound. Between 4 and 5:30, that does leave room for him to have died after, which is why. That's right. It's coming back to me now. The body was transported from the thing. From the police place in the evidence room into Edgeworth's trunk. 12-centimeter knife. Victim's memo found in the car trunk. SL9, 221. The word muffler was heard. Parking lot with Edgeworth's car. Yep, okay. Oh, hold up. Ah, yeah, okay. Crime photo taken by Angel Star. Yep, that's crime, alright. Maybe. Victim's shoe. Switchblade knife. Broken tip was found in the victim's body. Yeah, Joe Dark. Right. Got luminol testing. ID card record. Chief blazing it up at 4:20, which is still enough time. Considering the autopsy report says between 4 and 5:30, it's still perfectly viable. Recovers handprints, screwdriver. Right, that's why Edgeworth went back to begin with. The screwdriver. brought back to his office by Gant's request, and then that's when he fucking did thing. You know, have I examined this? What does this tag say right here? AI-16. Has nothing to do with the current case. Fair enough. Goodman's lost item report, half-written doc. Right, I got tripped up by that. The evidence room floor plans. Right, I got tripped up by this too. Rubber glove, SL9. Extremely thin. Each locker is unlocked using a detective's fingerprint. Light indicates open boxes. Yeah, that's right, the unstable jar. Yeah, we got the last fragment from Gant's safe. Oh, that's right, we had to leave Emma there. Oh god, I hope she's okay. Oh boy, that would be bad. Bloody handprint, Marshall's print, security video. I remember that shit. The dark killings. I was about to say the Drake killings. Okay. So closed. Joe Dark. Serial murder. Sentence death. Right. There was a thing going about where it was like not premeditated, and basically he killed one person, maybe premeditatedly, but then went on a frenzy of fear and fury. Basically, it was just like, oh god, you saw, gotta cover it up. Oh god, you saw, gotta cover it up. And prosecutor Miles Edgeworth, Lana and Emma Skye, Damon Gant, Lana Skye, Bruce Goodman, Jake Marshall, Angel Starr. The cough-up queen. Alright, we got Neil's autopsy report. He was stabbed in the back and died from a punctured heart and lung. A knife tip was in the wound. Between 7 and 7:30, February 19th, single stab wound piercing the heart and or lung. Died from blood loss in under 10 minutes. Damn. Weapon found in wound was missing tip. But that doesn't necessarily... Hang on. Gant team. We got the thing there. Weapon found in wound was missing tip, but it never specifies what weapon. That weapon could very well have been the javelin that's missing a tip right there. List of evidence in the SL9, ripped in half so only part remains. It's back here. Right, the drawing! Yeah, that's the thing that presumably Emma made. Strip of cloth bears Emma Skye's prints. Why would that be? Clear handprint can be seen on the leather cloth. The print belongs to Emma. Oh, that's right. I was kind of thinking that he was going to frame Emma for what happened back then. Okay. I'm all refleshed. Yes. Refleshed. Let's go. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Prosecution is ready. Normally this is when the prosecution puts forth its opening statement, but before that, the police chief has a proposal to make. Hey, OG, been back to the pool yet? I've been drowning enough as it is. If you don't mind me asking, Chief, exactly what is the proposal of yours? Lana, that is to say the defendant, has asked me if she could speak directly to the court. She wants to do what? Having heard what she intends to say, I feel she should be granted her request. In the end, it should save everyone a lot of time and trouble. What is this all about? One simple request and I'll be finished. I'd like you to put an immediate end to this trial. February 21st of this year, I murdered Detective Bruce Goodman in that underground parking lot of the prosecutor's office. Wow, she's just going forward with it. She's just barreling, stick to the plan, apparently. Wow. Jesus. The request is legally valid, although this is an unprecedented situation. What the hell did Gant tell her? Yeah! Fucking Edgeworth ain't in this shit. Prosecution hasn't proven the defendant guilty beyond reasonable doubt. Any ruling would certainly be premature. Meanwhile, Gant is like, why don't you just be a good little boy, keep your mouth shut? Oh god, this fucking guy. Edgeworth, lay into him. I don't think I care for your tone, Chief Gant. Another fabrication to cover up past mistakes. I'm no longer the naive little boy you would have me be. Oh, shit. Oh, he's going. Not everyone operates as you do, Worthy. I thought so. Prosecution would like to change its first witness. As its first witness, the prosecution would like to call Miss Emma Skye. I request the court hear your testimony. Hold it! I don't care what you think! No matter how tragic the truth may be, it would be an even greater tragedy to avert one's eyes from it. Damn! Damn, Edgeworth! Shit! Wow, Gant. Oh, man. Oh, let's do this. Let's do this. I'm like teaming up with Edgeworth now. State your name. State your occupation. Honest little sister, I want to be a scientific investigator. 2 years ago, you encountered the serial killer Joe Dark of the Joe Dark killings. Is that correct? Hell yeah. She's trying to forget. Sorry, but gonna ask you to recall those events. Is an incident that was resolved 2 years ago really all that relevant? Well, okay then. Didn't even need to show any proof or anything. It's just like, okay, go. Please testify about what happened to you 2 years ago. Trip to yesteryear has finally begun. It's bound to lead to the truth behind this trial. Alright, 2 years ago. Waiting in my sister's office. A man came running in, took me hostage. Neil Marshall rescued me. I'll never forget what I saw that instant. The man raised up his knife and stabbed Mr. Marshall in the chest. It's a good thing you weren't harmed. Fucking passed out, don't remember much. It's understandable. What does this testimony have to do with what's the deal? What's the deal? That it'll soon become apparent. The ball's at my court now. The ball is in my court now. Edgeworth just fucking was dribbling, and then he just made a sweet left pass to me. And I'm like, alright, now I got the ball. 2 years ago, the defendant was a detective at the police department. Yeah? Yeah. Second in command under Chief Detective Gant. She was the bestest detective ever. They used to be quite the pair. I believe they shared the same office. Always sit at my sister's desk and dream about playing that organ. I wanted to play it that day, too. Police and the prosecutor office held a ceremony that day. Promised to take me to dinner after she finished her work. A man came running in and took me hostage. A man? Joe Dark. He was a serial killer, brought in for questioning on the day of the ceremony. Desperate to get anything on him that would lead to an arrest. When he saw his chance, he fled the room, right? Upon fleeing the room, Dark proceeded to take the elevator. He must be in a panic because that shit was going up. Then he ran into Sky and Gant's office. There's a lot of noise coming from outside, so you open up the door to have a look, and then you saw him. Neil Marshall rescued me. What was the prosecutor doing there? That day there were 2 people present during Dark's questioning, Detective Damon Gant and Prosecutor Neil Marshall. Gant was there too. Neil Marshall had just received the King of Prosecutors Awards. Yes, as we can see, right here. No, shit, fuck. Whoops, I'm doing the game's job for it. Straight to questioning room after the ceremony. That would also be why he was the first to run after Dark. When Dark grabbed me, thought I was as good as dead. And that's when Prosecutor Marshall came running in. I don't clearly remember what happened then, but I'll never forget what I saw that instant. Tell us about it. Mr. Marshall jumped on Dark. Just then the lights went out. It was just about the time of year. There was a terrible storm going on, lightning struck nearby. Electricity went out. If it was pitch dark in that room... Lightning flashed again outside. That sudden flash left an unforgettable image of the scene in my mind. I told the detective about what I saw then. Goodman, in charge of the case. The victim. Hear more! So you spoke with Goodman about this 2 years ago? Yeah. That's what's so scary about this trial. And you told Goodman about what you saw? Yeah. At the time, the words just wouldn't come out. That's why I drew a picture. Yep. I think she mentioned that before, and I think I have it. I'm gonna ask about it. I've gotta. I believe it has a very important meaning. Whoa! Even 2 years ago, didn't contain a picture. Would you mind if we add this to the statement? Cool. You drew a picture of that scene once, but it seems to have been lost. Hey! Ooh! Hey, girl! Have I got something special for you? Have I got something special for you? What's up? Mr. Edgeworth. This little girl put all her heart into drawing this picture, and yet you still insist on denying its existence. Hey, I'm not the bad guy. I'm saying as the prosecutor, that case, I wasn't handed such a picture. May well be, but it don't mean it don't exist. Check it out. Please turn it over. Yeah. Oh, what is it? It's that. That's what it be. Hey, that's oh wow, she perked up. Hey, that's the one. That's the picture of the most dramatic part of my life. 2 men do the wrestle. Oh, what is the meaning of this? What are you doing with that list? Only the prosecutor in charge should have access to that list. They're different from each other. What? It would appear, Mr. Edgeworth, that the evidence list you were handed 2 years ago was incomplete. These 2 lists fit together to form one. See the marks where they were torn apart. So you see, it's quite obvious what what the fuck? What happened to me? It's not obvious what happened to me just now. I should show you. 2 years ago, only half the evidence in that case ever reached you. What? What? Oh, Edgeworth is very distressed. Who'd have thought the picture would have been drawn on the back of the list? That was handed to Detective Goodman in questioning room. Wait a minute. If this list was torn in half, then that means... Your Honor! This is bullshit! The eyes are bulging! If the evidence list was torn in half, there might have been more of the drawing on the back of Edgeworth's list. Oh, shit. I didn't think about that. It's possible. Let's see. Turns out. Sorry, Your Honor. There's something drawn on the back of my list. That is that thing. Is that the fucking blue badger? Criminal Affairs used this for his blueprints. I guess he was out of scrap paper. Fucking blue badger! What the fuck? Alright, girl. Are you... Thinking about something? Alright, Emma. What you got? This is the picture you drew 2 years ago. The flash of lightning was so bright, all I could see were shadows. After that, I must have fainted. Picture shows exactly what I saw in that instant. A flash of lightning could burn such an image in your mind. I don't see any contradictions here. Defense may now begin its cross-examination. Alright. This is the picture you drew 2 years ago. Did you draw this picture right after? I think I drew it 2 or 3 days later. Okay. Such a shock you couldn't do anything. Yeah. During that time, the detective was reorganized. Goodman was placed in charge under the direction of Damon Gant and Lana Skye. 2 or 3 days later, memory should have still been fresh in her mind. Tell us why this picture is painted all black. Well, that's because she'd see silhouettes, yeah. Yeah. Time you didn't even know it was Mr. Marshall who had come to the rescue. No, couldn't see him clearly. Lightning was so bright, and I was knocked to the floor. Dark had a tight grip on me, but when Mr. Marshall jumped on him, I was knocked away, turned around, thing seen. Yeah, I'm just glad she wasn't hurt. Alright, what happened after? It's really interesting that, like, Edgeworth and I are kinda tag teaming this. You didn't see the actual murder take place? Nah. Flash of lightning only drove off the darkness for a split second. Not only that, but the trauma of the situation understandably caused the witness to faint. Do you really need to torch further? Ouch. Oh, now I'm not the bad guy here! We're not the bad guy here! This picture shows exactly what I saw in this instant. Damn it! Sorry for asking so many times, but you're sure you drew this exactly? Yes, it is the exact scene. It wasn't influenced in any way from your talks with detectives? Are you insinuating we somehow manipulated her memory? No, of course not. You might find some way to cut my salary! Before I heard anything from detectives, so I don't think anyone's story would have influenced me. Is there something that's bothering you about this picture? Well. It's strange. She claims this is exactly the scene that was imprinted in her mind, and yet, There's clearly a contradiction here. Okay. So, whoops. This picture shows exactly what I saw that instant. Is it the murder weapon, perhaps? Is that the shield, maybe? Nah. Okay, let's start theorizing for a sec. If it is the murder weapon, obviously Edgeworth's knife doesn't have anything to do with it. Let's grab that autopsy again real quick. Neil's autopsy report. Single stab wound, piercing heart and lung. Died from blood loss in under 10 minutes. Weapon found in wound was missing tip. Okay, so... is it insinuating the contradiction is that there's no tip on that to begin with? That this was after stabbing, possibly? Yeah, okay, I think I got it. I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but this picture the witness drew contains a blatant contradiction. Oh, shit. Perhaps it would be faster if you simply pointed that shit out. I'm gonna go, kablamzo, like so. That shit's blunt-tipped. Look at this knife. That's not a knife. His tip's broken. You don't even have to look closely to see it that. But the murder weapon, its tip is broken too. The tip of the knife was found broken off in the victim's body. It is the conclusive piece of evidence that proved Joe Dark was the murderer. It ain't that simple. Nah. It's obvious. The victim suffered a single stab wound to the back. If the victim was only stabbed once, then the murder weapon should not even have been broken. That's fair. I didn't think about that necessarily. Like, I think I had a hunch that that was the general direction to go, but I didn't think about, like, the specifics. Knife was broke beforehand. Tip of the knife was found inside the victim's body. If it was broken beforehand, it couldn't possibly wind up there. But what does it mean? Ah! The tip of the knife was undeniably discovered within the victim's body. The only possible explanation is the witness's memory is mistaken. That's why I asked her so many times if she was sure. I believe you were annoyed at the time, but she was sure she remembered correctly. There's no other way to explain it. Wait a minute! Not so fast, edgy boy! There is another explanation. Have you forgotten already about a little something called falsified evidence? You're treading on thin ice, right? All I'm saying is that this broken knife might be the piece of evidence that was forged. You can't deny the possibility. It's a devil's proof. I don't have to explain. You saying the investigation really was big corrupted? Please allow me to once again go over all the events that took place the day of the murder. I'm gonna do this for a sec. The police department and prosecutor's office were holding a ceremony that day. And receiving the King of Prosecutors Award at the ceremony, Neil Marshall questioned Joe Dark, along with Damon Gant. During his questioning, Drake... I said Drake! Fuck! I said Drake! Do I need a Drake drink? Do I need, like, every single time I say Drake instead of Dark, I take a shot? Is that what's happening right now? God damn it. Nah, that's not what's happening. I gotta conserve my booze. Joe Dark fled the room. Prosecutor Marshall chased after him and was killed by Drake. It's my belief that somewhere in this story, there is a lie. Where's the lie? This very lie. The man really was holding a broken knife. If that's true. There's no other way around it. This could not have been the actual murder weapon. There must have been another broken knife. What are the chances of being 2 broken knives? I don't know about that. Because what I'm thinking Emma's mistaken. Broken knives don't just grow on trees. There's no way there was another one. I believe the witness must be mistaken. Was this the wrong one? Oh no! There's no way Emma could be mistaken. Oh, okay. Because I really thought that, like, he got Dark, or Dark got him with the fucking javelin. I don't know why I made... Simple observational error. In that instant, Emma really did see a broken knife. That I have some info about this other broken knife? If so, feel free to This is already broken prior to the murder. There's only one way. Here's the real murder weapon. It's this! If anything's broken here, it's you. What? Did I fuck up? Sorry, I fucked up. Give me another chance. Okay. Take a look at this. Another broken knife. Broken thing? Thing, knife. Broken, not broken, blunt, screwdriver? No. Maybe? No. No. I keep looking at this fucking giant blade looking fucking thing. I keep looking. I'm gonna try presenting this. The answer lies in the past. 2 years ago in the past. Right here inside this picture. This picture of the awards ceremony. Ah! The broken murder weapon. Oh! Fuck off! Come on! I had it right! I presented the thing! Oh, jeez, Rick. Come on. Oh, okay, fine. Fine. At least it didn't waste a lot of time. Man, that's slightly BS. That's slightly BS. That's what I was going for. He was awarded King of Prosecutors that day. As an award, he was given a broken shield and a broken-ass knife. When he chased Joe Dark, he pulled out this knife. Being a prosecutor, he did not carry a pistol. This broken knife was the only weapon he had. What's up? That can't be! Why not? The King of Prosecutors award knife was the murder weapon, then the murderer and the victim should be reversed. Fuck! This man raising a knife would have been Neil Marshall. Huh. The prosecutor was the one who actually died. That's true. It seems Mr. Wright has been a bit too eager to jump to conclusions. Hold it! Who said that? Wait. Oh, Emma, what you got, girl? Show me your evidence list again. This picture. You're the one who drew it. The list wasn't torn in half at the time I drew this picture. Is there a falling chandelier? Is there a falling chandelier? Fuck! Alright, perhaps it would be best if we added this to the witness's testimony. Please tell us what you've recalled. Let's see what you got. First the knife mix-up, and now the blue badger. This should be interesting. Alright, what you got, Emma? Ooh, the big music is happening. Saw the man raise his knife. I panicked, rushed towards both of them. think I knocked away the man with the knife. Just then there was another flash of lightning, and that's when I saw the blue badger. He wasn't in the room, but I'm sure I saw his shadow. Was that even made back then? Head detective didn't even... Yeah, design it until this year. That's right. He didn't even exist 2 years ago. What's the deal? Hold it. Oh, God. Lana's desperate. We've already come this far. It's too late to turn back now. Defense will begin cross-examination. Bailiff, please detain the offended. Oh, that's the judge's voice now. That's the judge's voice now. Alright. Emma's recollection. Let's go. Let's do this. Let's do this. Man raises knife. When you say that man, I assume you refer to Joe Dark. Yes, at least I think it was him. Okay. All I could really see were shadows. Power outage immediately preceded the incident is also documented in the prosecutor's office reports. I panicked, rushed towards both of them. Okay. I mean, panic. It's fine. He was about to stab. She seems convinced that Dark was the one holding the knife. As we've just theorized, Mr. Marshall was the one holding the knife. Didn't know that at the time. The Dark guy knocked me down. All I could think of was, I gotta get help. I think I knocked away the man with the knife. What do you mean you think? It all happened so fast. I was in shock. I don't remember everything clearly. It's all kind of a blur. In a matter of just a few seconds, she was almost killed, witnessed a murder, and fucking fainted. A little disorientation's only natural. It's true. Who I thought was Mr. Marshall. I knew I had to stop the man with the knife. Alright. What you did was very brave, young girl. So then, what happens next? Just then, there was another flash of lightning, and that's when I saw the blue badger. How's that happening? You even drew a picture of him here. The head detective thought this up this year. It didn't exist 2 years ago. Unless it did exist. I heard this nagging feeling I'd seen before somewhere. Just when you thought this thing had caused enough commotion. Where in the room did you see him dancing? He wasn't in the room, but I saw his shadow. So you mean you didn't actually see his face with its winning smile and all? He had 3 creepy horns. That thing couldn't have possibly existed 2 years ago. Hang on, Edgy. I'm getting to it. Suppose you have an explanation? Please tell us what this shadow really was. What was it? Who is this blue badger, really? Dancing with the evidence from the murder of the PD. Upside down, maybe? Oh... I'll keep that tucked in the back of my head. That might be why... I'm pretty sure it's the jar. I'm pretty sure it's the jar. And I bet that's where Gumshoe got the idea. Ladies and gentlemen, it is the defense's belief that on that fateful day 2 years ago, there was indeed something that looked similar to the blue badger. Something that is now sitting in this very room. What is it? Check it. Check it. Boom. Check it. The mysterious blue badger was in fact this. This is a jar. Doesn't look anything like the blue badger, but it's got 3 prongs and it's a shadow. However, what if we were to change our viewpoint? Got to show them the correct angle to look at this from. Like so, yeah? I hope it gives me leeway. Take that! That's not right? Sorry. Just the right angle. Rotate it vertically a bit more. Or horizontally? Gotta show him. Oh shit, there's a broken piece back here. That's whack. Oh. Hold up. Shit. Like, is this what it wants me to do? Huh. What is the right angle of this thing? Is it like... What? Oh, maybe, just maybe? Like this? Like so? Like so? Like that? Show on the doll with him in touch. Right there. Eat it right there. Oh, why this? God, I really hope that I, like, don't just have the right idea, but I've got the, like, I'm like an inch off. Like that. That's not right. Okay. Perhaps a top down. Nope, that's not the way I wanted to do this. Yeah, sorta, but kinda. It's complicated. It got real complicated, mate. Basically, I think we're unraveling this giant, thing that the chief of police is behind. Yeah, shit's whack. The fancy general lady keeps insisting she did it, but she won't fucking say why. It's all kinds of whack. Like that? Okay. There we go. There we go. That's what I needed. No one can possibly deny this jar's resemblance to the Blue Badger. Apparently, the Blue Badger was not there. Oh, it can't be. We're uncovering a conspiracy from 2 years ago. Shit is all fucked. We just know Gant did it. Gant fucking did it. One question remains. What's your point? So it actually was just a jar. That doesn't change anything. That's where I have to say it does, because a part of this jar was kept in evidence. This changes everything. This was in the safe. Okay, Edgeworth, you a better man than me. What difference now that we know the witness saw the jar? Wait. What difference does that make? Shit, I didn't think this far ahead. Wait a minute. I need that picture again. Photo of the awards ceremony of Gant, Lana, and Neil. Because that's where it is. That's where the jar is. It changes the location. Allow me to take these in turn. At the moment of the murder, the witness saw this jar. Not only that, but she saw it at a very specific angle. Knowing this, where could she have seen this jar? Where? The location of the jar is shown in a picture. It's on a shelf in the office of Damon Gant. Bam. But the body was found near Lana Sky's desk. The witness testified herself. The witness is a game! And it is these two facts that reveal what actually transpired. You see, the struggle between Dark and Marshall did not take place in Lana Sky's office. It happened on the other side of the room, in Chief Gant's office. The murderer moved the victim's body from Damon Gant's office to Lana Sky's office. Yeah, why would he do that? There's no reason. But there is no reason. If there wasn't a reason, he wouldn't have gone through the trouble. The only logical conclusion is that there was a reason. Do you know what the reason is? I finally figured it out. This is why Lana tried to stop the trial. It's too late to quit now. Your Honor, this is a black. I love that YouTube poop. Please recall the witness's testimony. She knocked away the man holding up the knife. In the next instant, the jar was hit and flew through the air. Now tell me, what could have sent that jar flying? Have to have been the impact the man made when he was knocked into the wall. Ladies and gentlemen, if I may draw your attention to this picture once more. If the man was knocked in the direction of the shelf the jar was sitting on, what would he have hit? The suit of armor, holding a very sharp and dangerous looking sword. Yeah, and since the man who was knocked into the armor was carrying a broken knife, he would have had to have been Neil Marshall wielding the prosecutor's award. You can't be thinking. Yes, there is another possibility of what actually transpired in that room. Check it. Of course, the perpetrator would have no idea, but nevertheless, I don't know if I can go through with this. Events took place as the defense theorizes, and the outcome is obvious. In that moment, assuming the man Emma Skye knocked away was actually Prosecutor Neil Marshall, Mr. Marshall died. Oh boy. There's gotta be a leniency to this, right? Oh god, is she out? Is she fucking out? And then proved so with her own testimony. This is unprecedented! Oh, objection! Turn yourself in, Will. Steal it away. Given the circumstances, how can you think it was Emma? Oh boy. Imagine that coming from you. Oh! If you recall, it was you who admitted to forging evidence 2 years ago. The reason you moved Prosecutor Marshall's body was to keep anyone else from finding out about what Emma did. Lana, big upset. Do you have any conclusive evidence that proves my sister killed Neil Marshall? I'm willing to bet you don't. That would be difficult to prove with this evidence. If we don't have any, then we'll have to rely on testimony. That won't work in this case. Both parties involved in the incident are dead. We certainly can't get dead people to testify. This has all been a wild goose chase from the start. Oh, Edgy, what you got? What you got, boy? Touché. Of course, that only leaves us with one possibility. You mean there's still another possibility? What you got? Possibility that the victim has left us a message. For better or for worse, Mr. Marshall did not die instantly. He may have left behind the name of the person who took his life somehow. This is the only possibility left to you. A message from the deceased. Message of the deceased. Victim may have left behind. It's gotta be in the evidence. It's gotta be in the evidence! Oh, Edgy. This is getting real rough. Do not be mistaken. Our purpose isn't to accuse Emma of any crime. There's only one thing we seek. The truth! Show us the piece of evidence that conveys a message from the deceased. I've got to say the handprints, right? Take it. Ah, Jesus Christ, I was wrong. If a dead person left behind a message, it would have to be in written form. That's the only logical conclusion. Okay. Okay, Edgy. Let's try this again. Show us the piece of evidence that conveys a message from the deceased, and as an added bonus, hint is in written form. Let's check this. Single stab wound. Piercing behind the died from blood loss in under 10 minutes. Maybe it's that, this guy was stabbed in the back? He was backstabbed. If Joe Dark died, someone else must have killed Neil. Maybe that's what it wants me to say. Yeah, here we go. Damn it! Just gotta load my goddamn state. Oh, maybe it's because... Maybe this is the thing that ties it together. Yeah, the SL9 is the, I'm gonna hit the SL... Nah, that doesn't make any sense. Maybe it is this. I'll give it a shot. Oh, nope, okay. Goodman's autopsy report. 30. Nah, it's chill, it's chill. I'm gonna just go for the incident reports and see if it works. Okay. I'm out of ideas. I'm throwing everything at the wall now. Okay. Conveys a message from the deceased. Hang on. Hang on a minute. King of Prosecutors, names of past recipients. Manfred von Karma, named Piers 2. How ironic. Deceased. Maybe it is the Prosecutor Trophy, because he won the Prosecutor thing earlier that day. Nope. The evidence list? Now that it's put together? No. It has to be written. I tried the autopsy report, I tried the evidence list, I tried the SL9 incident files. I don't know, the lost report item, fucking item, lost, fuck. The fucking autopsy report? I already tried the fingerprint situation. That was the first thing I tried. I'll try it again. Maybe I misclicked. Hold up. Hold up. Hold up. Hold up. Hold up. Hold up. Belong to the murderer Joe Dark. Maybe it's this, because his fingerprints. His fingerprints. Wow. Okay. Sick nasty. At this point, I've tried more than I have, fucking not. Screwdriver. What that conveys? The team picture? Maybe it's like, they were buddies. Okay, looks like I'm just gonna have to brute force this. Fucking Goodman's ID. Is that it? He's deceased. Sick. Okay. Here we go. It's big scum times now. Fucking parking stub? Not that I know how that would fucking... I already tried the handprint. That was the very first thing I tried. I can try it again. Check it. Nope. Fucking the knife, I guess. I don't goddamn know anymore. I'm just gonna have to brute force this baby. Fucking Blue Badger, he was there. He was there. Why not? Fuck. Only his Phantom was there. The Phantom Badger. The muffler? Is muffler it? Is it muffler? Dude, fucking Christ. Fucking the knife? I think I already tried the knife, but that's shut up. This is conveyed from the disease. I don't get it. I've tried every single one of these and they didn't work. If the glove don't fit, you must... Yeah, does the glove fit? Is this the message? Fuck. Why this? God, I feel like I'm Darkside Phil or something. I feel like I'm doing a hyper fail or some shit. Maybe... I don't know. Do the check. Check. Maybe there's something in the back. No, okay. I'm gonna start checking shit. Evidence list. Okay, that's all the evidence list is gonna give me. Gant team. Yeah, that's all we got there. Autopsy report. Yeah, that's all we got there. SL9. Yeah. Security video. Marshall prints. That's all we got there. Unstable jar. This shit was bloodied. Oh, maybe the message is in the blood. Hang on. Okay. Try this. This is that Blue Badger from before. Okay, looks like I got it. If that thing could, I'm sure it would. It's like everyone's forgotten this is just a jar. Yeah, it's the blood. It's the blood! If you look closely, you can see a faint trail of blood on the jar. Looks like someone wiped the blood away. Yes, but notice, for some reason, the blood has some fragments was not wiped away. Line here. So what you're saying is, these dots were once lines. We gotta connect the dots! Blood must have seeped in the jar where the lines changed directions. And why would Gant want to keep that from us in his safe? Because I bet it spells Gant. I bet Gant killed him. Your Honor, I believe these bloodstains will reveal to us the answer. Oh boy. Only one thing the victim would have given: the murderer's name. So. Oh, is it gonna try and make me do Emma? Oh, this is whack. But I don't think that's it. But I think I might have to fucking present it this way in order to... Oh man, I think I might have to present it this way. It's defense attorney's duty to prove his client's innocence. That's why all I've been thinking about is saving Lana. After all my efforts, I never thought it would turn out like this. So this is the final message. I wonder if there was a way that you could spell that with Gant. Did I just get a bad end? We've been trying to reach you. So what you've done? What you talking about? 2 years ago, Joe Dark was sentenced to death. He was convicted because of his final murder. I believe you were the prosecutor in the case, were you not? Yeah, Worthy. Because of you, an innocent man was sentenced to death. Not only that, but you used forged evidence to ensure his conviction. That was not his choice! He was handed that shit! That's undeniable. That too. He really was a serial murderer. We aren't defenders of justice. We're merely keepers of the law. Sentencing a man to death is no light matter. Even if there wasn't any cover-up or evidence forgery, ultimately the responsibility falls on the prosecutor in charge. This is some bullshit. Gant, you are some bullshit. I'm gonna fucking get you. I'm gonna get you so much. I'm gonna get you. He was not handed all of the evidence, and that is the police department's responsibility. This is some bullshit. God damn it. This is some bullshit. Oh no. Save my game. Defendant's lobby number 2. I didn't mean to get you in trouble. Yo, what up, Gummy? Sounds like Edgeworth had some bad karma. Oh, Jesus Christ. That's awful. Yo, Gumshoe, what up? You got a lot of nerve making a detective run around on duty. I've seen happier people at funerals. Lana's having you run errands. It's the last time, pal. She asked me to give this to you if there was a break in today's trial. Evidence law. Edgeworth was talking about this just the other day. Sure you know the 2 rules of evidence law. No evidence shall be shown without the approval of the police department. Could we study? How many times have I fucking grabbed evidence that just was not fucking even? If you're planning to take him on, you're gonna need this book. Guess I'll give this book a read through. Slipped evidence law into pocket. Nah, fuck that. I'm reading this book. I'm reading this book. No evidence shall be shown without the approval of the police department. Unregistered evidence, presented must be relevant to the case and trial. Wait, is that a contradiction? Is rule number 1 implying that the police department goes through a registrar? My boy! Is the police department the people who register it? Because if unregistered evidence can be presented and it has to be relevant to the case and trial, but no evidence can be shown without the approval of the police department, and if the police department is the person who registers it, then 2 contradicts 1 completely. I'll keep that in the back of my head. That's where you're wrong, detective. Well, I'm still sitting in that seat, despite all these allegations being thrown at me. The real trial today hasn't begun yet. Credibility's been all but ruined with the forged evidence you were unaware of. Emma Skye found out she unwittingly caused a man's death, and now you're telling me you want to do more? You gotta be kidding me, pal! Lana didn't murder Goodman. She merely stuck a knife into his dead body. It's fine. The real killer is still out there, and we're gonna expose him no matter what it takes. It's hurt too many people. It's time to bring it to an end. Yeah, this shit's been some bullshit, top to bottom. I'm gonna get to the bottom of it. Court will now reconvene for Miss Lana Skye. Mr. Edgeworth, the inquiry committee is planning to impose harsh penalties for your actions. Thank you for the news. Ahem. Normally this is where the prosecution calls for a witness, but this isn't easy to say. There's some concern that Mr. Edgeworth may have, we're gonna get to the bottom. Struck a bargain. You think I may have manipulated the witnesses? It's just, everyone's been talking, and very well, I have a solution. That being the case, the prosecution will allow the defense to call forth all further witnesses. There's never been a case example. It's an unusual arrangement, but a very effective one. It would prove that I haven't struck any deals with the witnesses. Yo, I'm calling the witnesses now! Alright, defense accepts the prosecution's proposal. This shit is cray-cray. The, defense may now call forth the next witness. If you call the wrong witness, this trial's as good as over. Defense calls... Alright. Here we go. Gant, baby. You coming out. Damon Gant! The defense calls Damon Gant to the stand. As the defendant's partner 2 years ago, Mr. Gant has first-hand knowledge of the crime. Carlton, I feel we should hear what he has to say about it. As luck would have it, he should still be in the courthouse. He would also be the least likely to have been manipulated by me in any way, wouldn't you agree? Check it. I bailiff, please escort Mr. Gant to the station. To the stand. I don't know why I said station. Oh, fuck. Please state your name and your occupation. Some kind of practical joke? Nope. Name and occupation, sir. Are you sure you want to do this? Name and occupation, motherfucker. So, you want to play hardball, eh? My name is Damon Gant, acting chief of police. The court requests to hear your testimony. Righto! What's with the grim face? Let's clear up this SL9 incident. The time where Lana's sister murdered the prosecutor, personally, I think it had been made pretty clear already. Still some things unaccounted for. like the role you played in all of this. Son, either you're very brave or very foolish. You're aware, of course, the police chief has all kinds of weapons at his disposal. Sure, take my testimony, for example. I don't have to give it if I don't want to. Chief of police has the right to... Chief of police has the right to refuse to testify? What the fuck? Just remember, if this turns out to be a big waste of time, don't say I didn't warn you. Damn. This guy can fucking devil's truth his way out of shit. Neil and I were questioning him that day. To make a long story short, we slipped up. That power outage didn't help either. When I went to my office, I found Lana there. Apparently she had arranged the crime scene. I had nothing to do with the forgery. Is that when Dark was arrested? He was lying on the floor unconscious. The real-life equivalent is pleading the fifth. Yeah, for real. When Emma sent Neil flying, it seems Dark bumped his head? Go men? Hit him hard and fast. A ceremony was held at the police department that day. That's right. Guess you could say I'm a workaholic. After winning his award, Neil was all fired up too. It's probably what spooked Dark and made him run away like that. Was the defendant also present in the room? Don't quite remember. At the very least, she wasn't there when Dark ran for it. Make a long story short, we slipped up. The power outage didn't help either. So the two of you ran immediately after him. That's right, but Dark made it to the elevator first. Neil and I split up. He went upstairs, I went downstairs. Guess you could say he got lucky. The elevator stopped all of a sudden, and I got the shock of my life. Probably not as shocked as Neil when... That's not funny. Found Lana there. A shocking sight. Neil and that serial killer were lying in a heap on the floor, all tangled together. Dark was also lying collapsed on the floor. Apparently his head was knocked out. That's not what we got. Two poor girls, Lana and Emma, cradling Emma in her arms. Looking back at it now, she must have already known what her sister had done. What do you mean knocked out? Fucking what do you mean? It had already been moved. So that means you found the body near Lana's desk? Like you said earlier, it was my suit of armor that really stabbed the prosecutor. Yeah. Anyway. As you can see, I had nothing to do with the forgery. So you're saying that the forgery had already taken place by the time you arrived at your office? I can understand how Lana must have felt, but moving a body and hiding evidence are inexcusable no matter what the circumstances. Is that how it really went down? If you're going to stare at anything, you'd better off staring at the court records. But which piece of evidence ties Gant to the forgery? Lana did admit to forging evidence. That can't be the whole truth. Gotta link Gant to the incident. Alright. So here's what I'm thinking. The jar, because there was a piece of that shit in Gant's safe. What's the deal, motherfucker? Yeah, I got you now! Your claim had nothing to do with the forgery, but I'm afraid that's a claim you can't back up. Several pieces of evidence were found in your office. Take this jar, for example. Who knew the code to his safe? I did, because it was the same as his ID code, which is just 7777777. No, I'm not kidding about that. Fucking check it. Not only that, he was 420 blazing it. That's the blue badge you showed us earlier. A piece of this jar was discovered in your safe. Not only that, but the evidence list I presented earlier, that shit was found inside your desk. These articles of evidence uncovered in your office are both concrete proof that you also played a part in this illegal investigation. Wow! What's the meaning of this, motherfucker? Here's a defense attorney who may even rival Murphy. Why do I keep doing this? So you admit to it that you were involved in the... You've been very naughty, Mr. Police Boy. Me? Why do I have anything to do with it? You were the one who snuck into my office when you found this evidence. Prosecutors aren't the only ones capable of forging evidence of no. Defense attorney can do so too. Isn't that right? Oh. However, Gumshoe was present during the investigation. Not even detectives are exempt from the law. Dick will receive his due punishment. Phrasing, my friend. He'll end up paying to work. You punish that dick. Please give us your testimony regarding these pieces of evidence found in your office and their relation to the forgery that took place at the crime scene. Kids these days no longer how to put two and two together. It's December now, after all. Let's see, what was it now? A jar fragment and a list? For all I know, you could have planted them in my office. Damn! You can't prove when those pieces of evidence were discovered. If they were found after Dark was convicted, then they're worthless. There's no reason I'd participate in a forgery. Rearranging the crime scene wouldn't help me out in any way. When investigating the crime scene, you should have been more careful to observe protocol. Indeed, I believe I will press charges, so you won't make the same mistake again. Would you mind waiting until tomorrow for that? Today's, you know... I know that place, right? What the fuck? Evidence and forgery. You could have planted them in my office. I appreciate if you stop making these ridiculous allegations. You wouldn't have the guts to do something like that. I'll have you know, back in the day, I once broke into a cattle ranch. Didn't carry in the evidence. If you have proof to the contrary, you're gonna need it later. Talking about when your fingerprints are found inside my safe, they would prove your investigation was illegal. What do you mean by that? This is all purely hypothetical, of course, but suppose I did place those items in my safe. Such an act wouldn't necessarily constitute forgery. Damn it! If concealing evidence found at a crime scene isn't forgery. It all depends on when the evidence was discovered. If they were found after Dark was convicted, then they're worthless. Are you saying this jar fragment wasn't discovered in the initial investigation? It would appear not. After all, it wasn't listed in the evidence list. For all we know, it could have suddenly materialized the day after Dark was sentenced. Damn! Fuck! Chief is talking about a possibility. So long as you can't rule that out, your remarks, however clever they may be, will only succeed in wasting time. No reason I'd participate in a forgery. How can you look me in the eye and say that? Remember? Who was it that murdered Neil? Not sure I care for the word murder here, but in the end, the person responsible was Emma Skye. Any timestamps on any pieces of evidence? Crime say wouldn't help me out in any way. I do, but not... Well, one large benefit you've reaped from all this. What is this benefit? That would, of course, be the position you have, Chief of Police. The resolution of the SL9 incident secured your promotion to Chief. That, in and of itself, is sufficient motive. He loves it! Or loves it. Do you really think I'm that incompetent? What you mean? Without that case, I was already in line to become the next Chief. Resolution of SL9 merely sped up the inevitable a little. He was going to be made Chief anyways. Ah. So that means there's only one possible motivation for you to commit forgery. If you didn't do it for yourself, then you did it for someone else. There are only 3 people I look out for. Me, myself, and I. There, it's out in the open. Do you mind if I change my testimony a little? Alright. I wouldn't be anyone's accomplice if there was nothing in it for me. Yeah, the first thing to do in these games is press everything, because it may lead to a testimony change. At least in this game it does. Only person I care about is yours truly, that girl, Lana's little sister, was it? If you think I felt sorry for her, you'd better think again. You don't feel sorry for anyone. Be tough on crime and tough on people. That's how I was raised. You seem to be lax enough on yourself, though. Oh! That's a good one! Could there have been something in it for him? Given his selfishness, would he have helped someone out? Probably not. He wouldn't have helped out anyone. Try to think outside the box. That's what you're good at, isn't it? No, I'm not good at it, actually. The question isn't who would the chief help. It's who would ask the chief for help. You'd be sure to find a way to benefit from that person. Ah! I get it. Because Lana was made chief prosecutor, Gant would have the prosecutor in his pocket. So in other words, I have to press here for a sec. I have to point out the accomplice. He loves it. He fucking loves it. You might not help anyone out for their sake, but it would benefit you. You might decide to assist someone. Appears you're positively determined to portray the chief as a nice man who likes to lend people a hand. Who's the person you believe Chief Gant may have helped forge evidence? First person I would say is Lana. But then again, no. Helped forge evidence. I mean, I'll go for Lana. Just because, like... Yeah, his old partner, you know. Because in that way, he could use her, promote her up to chief prosecutor, because she was just an investigator before. Get her up to chief prosecutor. That way, the chief of police has the chief prosecutor tucked right in his pocket and uses this case as leverage. That's what I'm thinking anyways. Fell victim to an unfortunate series of events. Who would want to help her more than her own sister? And as for Chief Gant, he would also have a reason to help Lana. Yeah? Say it. Say it. Self-profit. Say it. After the SL9 incident, Lana Skye was appointed chief prosecutor at the prosecutor's office. Person who arranged this job change was Chief Gant. Yup. He'd be able to use the chief prosecutor as his puppet. He would acquire unchecked authority over all investigations. Despite the chief's formidable appearance, he plays with Judge. Boy. Puppet is in... Yes. God damn it. Your motive? To appoint her as chief prosecutor so you could control her. Let me ask you something. Do you have any proof of this? That I controlled Lana? Is Lana testifying I've done such a thing? She's keeping quiet to protect Emma. There's no way she'd testify against Gant. This all amounts to nothing more than mere conjecture. Unless that is also what happened in this incident. I'm talking about this incident. Oh, I bet. Chief prosecutor had been acting strangely throughout this entire trial, almost as if someone had been controlling her. Here we go. You better watch your tongue. I wouldn't want you to get hurt. Alright, motherfucker. What he means, Your Honor, is that Chief Gant is involved in the murder of Detective Goodman. Not only that, but the Chief is now making Lana take the rap to cover up his involvement. He gave the screwdriver to Edgeworth, stuffed the fucking corpse in the back, made Edgeworth go, "Can you get this screwdriver, please?" He drove over to the place, framed him, framed her. Yarg! Hell yeah, it's an affront. Hell yeah, I'm accusing it. Hell no, it's not impossible. I got this, Your Honor. It's too late, Mr. Wright. There's no turning back for us now. Okay, here we go. Can I prove this? That the chief, a high-ranking officer of the law, is involved in this murder? I can. I've got his number. Regardless of rank or title, Gant is just a man. Question is he a criminal? I believe the evidence will tell. Show us the evidence. Alright, this is easy. This is easy peasy. I'm gonna save state just in case it isn't easy peasy. But it's gotta be the fucking ID card records, because Straight Sevens is him. We used it to unlock the safe. This is the ID card list, one that shows who entered the evidence room on the day of the crime. There was one ID on that list we couldn't determine the owner of yesterday. Straight Sevens. No way you can prove your card, that's your card number? It's your number. The safe in Chief Gant's office requires a code to open, a 7-digit code. 'Tis the same as the remaining ID card on the list. Chief Gant... Oh yeah! Oh yeah! Here we go! You motherfucker! Let's go. What you gotta say, motherfucker? The defense's search of my office was in violation of regulations. And I'll demand Mr. Wright be punished to the maximum extent of the law. But right now, this court demands an explanation about the use of this ID card. What's up, Gant? So you admit it? You entered the evidence room on the day of the crime. What about it? Chief of Police. Whether it's the evidence room or the bathroom, what's the difference? I can go anywhere I want. When you entered the room, were you alone? I always go to the bathroom, as I do the evidence room. Goodman wouldn't have happened to be with you that day, would he? Oh, we got him. Yeah, any illegal evidence is disregarded. Nah, fuck that. Fuck that shit. Haven't seen him in days. hadn't seen him in days. Chief Gant, I'm afraid you've just undone yourself. On that day, you had to have met with Detective Goodman. Nah! This isn't. This trial's purpose is to determine the fucking truth. If Gant met the victim on the day of the crime, then we need to determine one thing. What transpired during that meeting? For evidence, proof that the victim went to meet Chief Gant on the day of the crime. Alright. We are gonna go. There's a few different things that I can think of that would fit. Whoops. But we're gonna go with Goodman's lost item report, because that was supposed to be submitted to the chief. Let's go. He lost his ID card the day of the crime. Hell yes! Jake Marshall stole it. So Goodman filled out a lost item report. He would have had to give that report to the chief of police. Which means you can't be sure if he filed it. He filed it. How do I know? Because he needed to enter the evidence room that day. Yeah, to transfer the evidence out. What's up? Goodman took the form to you? Then, you accompanied the detective to the evidence room. There's no other way the murderer and Detective Goodman could have entered the room. Chief of Police murdered the poor Goodman. Exactly. Chief didn't necessarily need to accompany him to the evidence room. He could have just lent him his ID card. Now that you mention it, I believe I might have done something of the sort. Hold on. That's not possible. According to the record, your card was only used once. But you showed us your ID card earlier. If you had really lent it to Detective Goodman, that shit would have been found on his body, motherfucker! Oh! What the fuck? What the shit, Gant? Chief Gant, did you just go Super Saiyan? Murder was most likely committed on the spur of the moment. No one in their right mind would choose the police department as a place to commit murder. After the murder, you contacted Lana at the prosecutor's office to dispose of Goodman's body. The victim's body was discovered in the prosecutor's office's parking lot. How'd he manage to move it there? I was at the police department the entire day, you know. And everyone's aware that Lana stayed at the prosecutor's office after the ceremony. Everyone except me, it seems. Still, you're the chief of police. You had an entire police force at your disposal. Hey, you, take this here dead body over to the prosecutor's office. I don't think so. You left all the evidence we need to prove how you moved the body to the prosecutor's office. Oh, I know it. I knew. To move the victim's body, Chief Gant used the fucking screwdriver. Screwdriver, baby! Screwdriver, baby! Here we go! This is how we moved it. Check it. So, he told Edgeworth, yo, screwdriver. What's the screwdriver doing here? It's here, cuz. Uh-huh. You were asked to go by Chief Gant. He told me he wanted to keep it at the prosecutor's office. Yeah. Hell yeah, after the ceremony ended. Didn't plan to return to the prosecutor's office, but you did because Chief Gant asked you to. You were done used, friendo. The body was found in the trunk. I think it's obvious what happened. The body was moved by that car. Hell yeah, it was. Unless, of course, you have another explanation, chef. Why would you have asked Mr. Edgeworth to carry evidence from a closed case? There's only one plausible explanation. To transport the body to your own accomplice, Miss Lana Skye. Shit is funky. There's no room for rebuttal to the defense's outrageous accusations. Think back to the photograph Miss Starr took. Check it. Check it. That's not a photo of the body being stuffed in the trunk. It was the opposite. It was a photo of the body being taken from the trunk. Yeah, as in take the body from the trunk. What you got? Sorry, Wright-ho, but I'm having lunch with the District Attorney General after this. We need to get going if we're making it in time for the early bird special. This is some bullshit, officer! Remember what I told you earlier? A police chief has all kinds of weapons at his disposal. Like the right to refuse to testify. I'm invoking that right now. That's not a right to be casually invoked. Certain risks to be considered. So you're gonna just run away after all this. I stabbed old Goodman. That's what you're saying, right? But if you had any conclusive evidence, you would have presented it by now. You think I had Lana dispose of the body? If so, then show your proof and get it over with. This court will not tolerate any accusations without concrete proof. Do I have any concrete proof that Chief Gant murdered Detective Goodman and made Miss Skye dispose of the body? I'll give it a shot. I can't let him just squirm his way out of this. Gotta keep the pressure on. Present it. Better prove beyond a shadow of a doubt. Alright. What am I thinking? I'm thinking like Lana's cell phone. She hid the murder weapon. She hid the murder weapon for a reason. Probably to attempt to cover it up. Let's try that first. It's proof as to whether or not it's enough to demonstrate the chief's guilt. I'll let you be the judge. You are the judge. It's my attorney's badge. I think this right is I'm gonna be late for my meal. Okay. Okay. So it wasn't that. I have a couple of other ideas. Hang on. I gotta cross-reference. Autopsy report between 4 and 5:30. It was caused by a 12-centimeter knife. Would this be it then? Because it had to occur between 4 and 5:30? Okay, no. That's not it. Is it like this because Bruce Goodman was trying to tell us that it was connected to SL9? No. But I am the judge. Is it the switchblade knife? Maybe the logic is that there's no way that... Because we've already determined that Edgeworth's knife wasn't the one that actually did the stabbo. So it must have been the switchblade knife. Okay, not yet. It's not quite. Goodman beyond the shadow of a doubt. Oh, maybe it was because there had to have been a stabbing in there because there's too much blood for it to have not been a stabbing. Okay, nope. Oh, maybe it's the glove, because Gant had to have followed Goodman in and waited for him to open the compartment, kill him, and then put the glove in. Perhaps to go back. Chief's guilt. I'll let you be the judge, but I am the judge. Oh, right. What do you think? I think it's bullshit. Well, shit. Maybe the idea is that it couldn't have been Edgeworth's knife that did it. Ah. Right? Maybe it's that, like, he had to open it with his fingerprints. No, this is actually like a... From what I understand, this is like a fusion area between, Tokyo... Or, well, not Tokyo, but between, like, Japan and America. It's like Japanica. Not actually called Japanica, obviously, but... I'm gonna throw the evidence law at him. What if I just say I don't? Because this is the first time that it's booted me afterwards to this choice. Maybe I'll say I have no proof yet. In that case, this court is forced to penalize you for the allegations against the chief. I don't gamble unless the stakes are high. Did I just get a bad end? Oh! Hold up! A word with Lady Luck, you say? There's one lady who knows the real truth behind this trial. We haven't had the honor of hearing her testimony. Another witness? In the absence of conclusive evidence, the only other method of proof is testimony. There's still someone else, one more witness who can answer all the questions raised in the trial, someone right in this very room. Have you forgotten? The defense is the one calling the witnesses today. She may not be willing to tell the truth, but we can't just stop now. We gotta call Lana up. We gotta get Lana up here. She was in the underground parking lot at 5:15 on February 21st. Task, dispose of the victim's body. In accordance with a certain someone's orders. Prosecution has no objections. Alright, looks like that was what I needed to do. Final recess! This court is now What? Yo, what up, Gant? I don't think you need me to tell you this, but if you accept Mr. Wright's claim, there will be terrible consequences. He did eat! Your sister will be found guilty for Neil Marshall's murder. This isn't good. You never support such outrageous claims anyways, right? Just something to think about. Right then. Wow. This guy's a real piece of shit. This guy's a real piece of shit. Witness intimidation. Yeah, honestly. This is anime court. Managed to stay in the game. That chief, he's something else. Yo, what up, Gummy? That's rough. Alright, decide where to work now. At your office! Oh. Take the place of that top-knotted girl you used to work with. Maya? Still, looks like we're all out of moves now. Gant's done it again. It's not fair he has the right to refuse to testify. Settle down, right? Remember what the judge said. Just like replace Edgeworth and Phoenix with Beavis and Butthead. Certain risks to be considered. Contact the spirit for me, Gumshoe, or else you're fired. Simple. If the chief refuses to testify, the opposite also holds true. You mean he forfeits his right to say anything, too. Damn, Emma! When I came to, I was in the medical office, been listening to the trial from the gallery. She heard everything. Sorry for what I said before. It was the truth. It's funny. I almost feel somehow relieved. Now that I finally know what really happened. Let's think all this time my sister was being blackmailed by that terrible man. Just to protect you. Yeah, I kind of figured. Ever since her appointment, everyone who knew her said she'd changed. Perhaps it was easier that way for her. What do you think I mean? Followed Chief Gant's orders. She must have shut herself up deep inside. Forced herself to do anything and everything the Chief told her to do. Must be why she became so cold. Hey, don't go blaming yourself. Blame society! Dick, we live in a society, Gumshoe. Better get backed. Time for the final act. Are you sure, Emma? Time to end this. Bottom text? Holy shit, this last trial's going nuts. It's going nuts. February 25th, 2:21 p.m. District Court, courtroom number 9. Mambo number 9. Will the defendant, Ms. Lana Sky, please take the stand? You're the chief prosecutor? I'm sure you're aware of what's required of you. You already know everything. Y'all know I've done these past. Provide the court with your testimony. And remember, you are under oath. We want to hear the fucking truth. Tell us about your relationship with Gant. Everything hinges on this. You're the only chance we have to get Gant! Get Gant! We gotta get Gant! Worked alongside Gant for years. There's no truth to this blackmail theory. I fabricated the evidence 2 years ago by myself. When I found Prosecutor Marshall's body, I rearranged the crime scene. Only motivation was to get Dark convicted. It had nothing to do with Emma. How'd you know the safe number? I don't think she knew the safe number. Or she speaks stiffly like that. She's hiding something. There's no time to start second guessing. Let's do this shit. Alright, let's do it. Worked alongside Gant for years. How many years? Ever since I made senior detective. 24 then, so that'd be 5 years. Gant and Skye were legendary partners. Saw them testify in numerous cases. She must be good coming from the same school as Mia. And Gant was a respectable detective. There's no truth to this blackmail theory. Think about it. You didn't murder Goodman. You told me as much yesterday in jail. Any testimony you cannot present in court is useless as idle gossip. I stabbed Detective Goodman with a knife. And fabricated the evidence 2 years ago by myself. Do you do it to help your sister? Joe Dark was a serial killer. My sister almost became his last victim that day. I didn't want that incident to ruin her life. But what she did was justifiable self-defense. She wouldn't have been charged with anything. So that's why you fabricated the evidence 2 years ago. You say you did all this by yourself. Would you mind telling us what you found when you arrived at the crime scene? It seems I was the first person to discover the scene. Broken prosecutor Ward's knife stuck in the victim's body. Prosecutor Marshall died from an unfortunate accident. It's only a situation you dreamed was possible. The reality is it wasn't my sister who took the prosecutor's life. Fantasize all you want, but I'll never change this statement. You wound up being killed by Dark. Something like that. If that's so, what happened to the other murder weapon? It was carrying a switchblade knife. I was lying on the floor a little distance away. It was probably knocked away in the struggle. This is what everything boils down to. Broke off the tip of Dark's knife, planted it in the wound, then moved the body. You've always had a good head on your shoulders. My head isn't that bad. Maybe I ought to ask for the sake of others. Why did you move the body? By Chief Gant's desk. But the body was found by your desk. Why'd you move it there? Reason Miss Skye's body was moved. Pieces of the jar that shattered during the events threatened my plan. Interesting. In order to show that Dark committed the crime, I felt it would be more expedient to move the body. When you first found the body, the jar was already broken. To be fair, you can totally break a knife if it's rusted as shit. Or just not properly maintained. I mean, fucking... Check this guy out. And this was total accident. If you looked at the crime scene, it would be clear right away what happened. Neil Marshall was dead. Dark was lying unconscious. The jar must have been broken during their struggle. Oh, but nah, remember, this is just a little dinky-ass switchblade knife. Apparently this jar shattered at the time the crime was committed, but I have a feeling there's more to it than that. Committed this fabrication completely alone. Based on his get dark convinced. So you rearranged the crime scene. You sure you didn't do this to keep Emma from looking like the murderer? Emma didn't do it, period. As a prosecutor, what I've done is unpardonable. There's nothing I can do to make up for my actions. She insists she fabricated it. But I've got to get Lana to talk more. If she's lying, she's bound to slip up and make a contradiction. Alright, I'm gonna go back to that second to last statement. And ask the other one. But yeah, this wasn't a sturdy-ass kitchen knife or anything. This is just a dink-ass switch knife. Oh, shit. Maybe it was this one. Why'd you plant the knife? You should be able to figure it out. Let's add this to the witness's testimony. The reason this guy fabricated the knife. I knew the tip of the weapon found buried in his body would be all the proof we needed. According to your testimony, Prosecutor Marshall broke and the knife was the murder weapon, right? Most fact, a way to get him convicted would be by having the tip of his knife found inside the victim's body. Alright. So I've got a few ideas here. I feel like a lot could work here, honestly. Inside the wound, removed the body. The tip of the weapon found buried in his body would be all the proof we needed. My only motivation was to get Dark convinced.
I'm here. I'm queer.
And all that other stuff. Yo, what's up, Ollie?
Yeah. Trying to comprehend Final Fantasy 14 side quest. Because you probably didn't see the pictures I sent you, but I ran into Gilgamesh.
Oh, deadass? Oh boy, is he just as weird.
Deadass. As part of the... It's not going to make sense to you, but the Hildebrand side quest is the dumbest shit on the face of the earth. And boy... Just... Oof.
I don't think that will mean any points with the judge. It had nothing to do with Emma. I knew the tip of the weapon found buried in his body would be all the proof we needed. Broke off the tip, planted it inside his wound, removed the body. Where's the contradiction here? Yeah, maybe, but I don't know that I have any evidence to say that. Maybe doing the switchblade will prompt him to say it.
Who knows?
Nope.
I just got here, even though I should go to bed.
Maybe the unstable jar, because the name Emma was written on the damn thing. No. Okay. There's a lot of places that this could... like, a lot of possibilities. Autopsy, single stab wound, blood loss in under 10 minutes, between 7 and 7:30. Maybe the idea is she wouldn't have had time to bury it in his body because it wasn't fully dead yet. No. Knife planted inside his wound. The body. Oh. Funny courtroom thing, but real public documents. I'll try and remember to get to that after the stream. The tip of the weapon found buried in his body would be all the proof needed. Get dark convicted. Maybe the idea is I'm supposed to say, no, this is all the proof you needed. You didn't have to do this. Maybe the evidence list? Like the drawing would be the proof you needed? No. Had nothing to do with Emma. Maybe that's where I do the evidence list, to prove that it did very much have something to do with Emma. No. Oh boy, this is a whole thing. Gotta get Lana to talk more. Maybe I have to press more. Maybe I have to, like, re-press everything. I'm gonna do that just to be super thorough. Or maybe it's like a bluff thing. Ah, God. I hate it when that happens, if that's the case. To get her to talk more. Hang on.
Yell at her.
No evidence shall be shown without the approval of the police fire. This must be presented. It must be relevant to the case and trial. Is it that the evidence was unregistered, so you wouldn't have been able to use it?
Is it one of the ones where you have to press and then find something out?
I'm gonna try again. I'm gonna try pressing everything again, just to make sure nothing new pops up. scene. Seated all by yourself. Why'd you do it? It's probably knocked away. Struggle.
What the fuck is this quest line?
Moved on. We've already pressed this. Maybe the idea is if it has blood on it, why would you just have snapped it if there was like actual blood on it? Like, cause the blood's... Hang on, I don't even know what I'm saying anymore.
I don't know.
Something about blood contradicting snapping thing. I had a train of thought, but I lost it. Oh, right. If the fucking...
Goodbye, tree.
If the fucking knife was knocked away in the struggle, why would there already be blood on it, as evidenced by the blood on the knife? That's what I'm trying to say. That's what I thought, but I guess that wasn't it.
See, I think I'm pulling at you because my thought was like, oh, it's just fake blood on there.
There'd be fake blood. Maybe. Maybe. Actually, you know.
Because
fair.
if it was fabricated.
If it was fabricated.
They would put fucking fake
But
blood on
you
it.
would think that the labs would come back with that.
Test it. Yeah,
Yeah.
they'd be like, this is just fucking corn syrup. What the fuck?
Yeah, exactly. So I don't think that's the case.
This isn't human blood. This is cow blood. Someone's a butcher. It's Barry the Butcher. I'm sorry. No, it's Barry the Chopper. Fuck.
Maybe the idea is that you couldn't have fabricated the jar with the name on it. No? I feel like there are so many holes in this statement, but I just don't know how to get Phoenix to say the one correct thing that the game has arbitrarily, like, decided is the one correct thing. I've watched this thing like 3 times. Rearrange the crime scene. Had nothing to do with that. Got to get Lana to talk more. Okay, I've pressed everything alongside Gant for years. Maybe the idea is I have to show her the photo and be like, hang on, there's still... If they were all in the same room... Got out, got in, Gant been in, Lana in, when Lana in, then Gant in. I wish I could bring up previous testimony as evidence. No, that wouldn't make any sense. Evidence 2 years ago, all by myself. Press these. Right, I did press these. Why'd you move the body again? They moved the body from Chief Gant's desk to the fucking something. Pieces of the jar that shattered during the events threatened my plan. Maybe I didn't press everything, because I don't remember that being there. No, it was there. Okay, so what if I just use the jar there and be like... No, fucking... It had her name on it. It had her name on it, motherfucker! Stop it! Yes, I got it. Okay.
Yay!
Committed the crime 2 years ago to protect your sister? If that truth were
Somehow,
exposed now.
without your nightly live stream, my sleep schedule got fucked. Of like it's 12, but I'm not tired yet. And now that you're back, I'm like, well, it's 12. Time to ditch fish and go to fucking sleep.
Emerald
What
Fishy.
my body's doing.
Keeper of sleep schedules.
Fucker.
That's amazing. To be fair, it keeps me on a sleep schedule too. So.
I know, and it keeps me on a good one, because otherwise I sleep all day, and then I get nothing done, and then I don't get paid.
Hopefully I can go back to doing these and not have a fucking 5-day forced break. I really didn't want it to last that long. But anyways, if that truth were to be exposed now, the past 2 years of your life will have been useless. Even so, I'm compelled to bring everyone's attention a significant contradiction within your testimony. You testified, and I quote, "The pieces of the jar that shattered during the events threatened my plan." I got a problem. It's a simple oversight. The message was written on the jar with the victim's blood. The prosecutor must have written it in his final moments. Exactly so. And this is where the contradiction lies. In order for the victim to be able to write his message, he'd have to be fucking alive! You fool! He couldn't have written that shit on that shit.
So, I have realized something very stupid that I could do with my Final Fantasy XIV character.
Oh.
It's all because, like, it doesn't show the other arm in one of the skills, so it looks like they're dabbing.
Okay.
It's a dancer class. I'm gonna draw a dancer class
Dance
dabbing.
dab. Dance dab.
Dance dab.
More information
Dab
is
on
needed.
the haters. It's how I fight now. I just dab on my enemies.
We might be missing something critical about the jar here. Just dab on your haters. Dab on the jar.
Dab on the jar.
Seems you're in the dark as
Dab
we
the
are.
jar.
Dab the jar.
Dab on the jar. Break the jar.
Jar
Find
dab.
evidence inside the jar.
No, the evidence is the jar.
I know, I'm just bullshitting.
Oh, fair enough. Jar and message in blood.
Like, anything beyond
Immediately
the
noticed
base game, I have no.
legends. It was
Like,
dark
I
in the room.
cannot help you with this.
Well, this
other
is the
than
base
what
game.
I think is... I know. This...
You good. It's fine. I do not expect your help.
I can give you, like, hey, I think this. And maybe be wrong.
Yeah.
'Cause I'm in the same boat of you.
Hey, that works.
Almost the same boat of you. I remember her face.
Did you say same
don't-
boat of view?
Maybe. I might be a little tired.
That's funny. Okay, let me get this testimony real quick. It was dark in the room. I didn't have time to check it out. Misled him like 5 times. That's funny. To be safe, I wiped the blood away. The fragments were large, so I'm sure I got them all. All I could think about was wiping them clean before they were discovered. You mean you were the one who wiped away the blood? The blood!
The blood!
She didn't think Dark was the real murderer.
Steal men's souls!
That's why she tried to erase the real evidence.
You didn't hear that.
Yeah, I have no idea. I did, I just don't understand it.
Good.
Something
No,
about human
I'm really
souls.
close to getting boat wife.
Boat wipe. Oh, gotcha. Immediately noticed the blood traces on the jizzity jar. No. I immediately realized what I just said. Maybe can I strike that from the record? It's a miracle that thing hadn't broken earlier. It certainly looks as feeble as the defense's case. Come on, man.
Yeah, I reckon.
Come on. Why you gotta be that way? Woo-woo.
Why not?
Ace detective, never missed a detail. Do you really expect us to believe you didn't investigate what was written on the jar pieces? Normally I would have. But it was dark in the room and I didn't have time to check it out. So you didn't know your sister's name was written on the jar. Then why'd you smear it, motherfucker? Gathered all the pieces and ground them to dust. Seems you two might make up yet. I just barely enough time to move. If someone happened upon the scene, you'd lose your chance to erase the evidence. You must have been in a hurry. You knew I had to destroy the evidence before anyone came. To be safe, I wiped away the blood. Barely enough time to move the body. Reveals what really happened. If you really thought Dark killed Prosecutor Marshall, you wouldn't have wiped away the blood. I only had a few moments. There wasn't enough time for me to do anything else but gather up the pieces. The fragments were large, so I'm sure I got them all. That is bullshit! You did not get them all! I'm gonna present the jar again! This is bullshit! You didn't get them all! I found a piece in the chief's thing! You did not get them all!
Not in the chief's thing.
Yeah, in the chief's safe. There was still blood on it. The witness just testified that she gathered every last piece and wiped off the blood. Yeah, which leaves us with one explanation. Homegirl lying! Oh, why are you lying? Why are you fucking lying? Night Prosecutor Marshall was murdered. You were not the first one to show up on that scene. Gant got there before you. But couldn't the defendant have simply missed a piece? Bullshit! She said she was sure she got every piece. They were too big for anyone to miss. Everybody makes mistakes. You went an entire day looking for your dentures? They were in your mouth the whole time? That had nothing to do with shit! Thank you, Edgeworth. When the witness arrived at the scene, the jar was already brizzity broken. There was no way a name could have been written on a shattered jar. I mean, I think it could have, but don't worry about it. Another person discovered the scene prior to the witness. At the time, he was looking for Dark downstairs. Besides, even if he was there first, why would he break the jar? Damn it! Question is, if he did arrive there first, why did he hide that fact for 2 years? Can you answer me that? Can you riddle me this? Ah! Can you riddle me this fiddle? Wait.
No,
I'm not the one on. Damon Gant arrived at the crime scene prior to the witness. Proceeded to break the. What now?
I love the judge.
He's pretty good. Purposefully hid one of the broken pieces. Question: what's this action called? Fabrication. In light of what happened afterwards, isn't it clear? What happened afterwards? Discovering the scene, Lana Skye believed her sister Emma killed the victim. Determined to help her sister, she sought Gant's aid. Lending her his aid, Gant helped her create evidence that incriminated Dark, sparing Emma. And there's the reason why you became the chief's puppet. Oh, you just bit your fingy! Defense attorneys make up the most foul lies to defend their client. She literally bit her thumb at me. Wow, Judge! Wait a minute. What if we're still smack dab in the middle of Gant's trap? Lana, maybe right after all. So you do tell foul lies, Miss Skye? Testify once more. If evidence was fabricated behind your back, then Emma's accidental killing of Prosecutor Marshall might also be a lie. It's nothing to be afraid of anymore. This cross-examination may not change a thing. However, there's a possibility that it will if you tell the truth. Come on, Lana. Come with me on this, girl. Alright. No one just gives a truthful testimony anymore. Not a single one. Wouldn't have much of a game then, to be fair. Oh, here we go. Here's the big music. Here's the big suspense music. Found Mr. Marshall's body impaled on that suit of armor's sword. Emma and Dark were lying unconscious on the floor nearby. I thought she did it. That's why I erased all the evidence that linked her to the murder. I had Chief Gant help me remove the body from the sword and carry it. But if it all really was a fabrication, Emma might be innocent. Unbelievable! The body was impaled on the armor's sword? You were the only one who saw that. You do have proof. Mr. Wright just this morning. It's a picture I took at the crime scene as I encountered it. I thought it might be needed. Must have known. She really does have faith in you. Please present this picture. Yeah, it must be in the book. No, but that was later. I think she might mean the evidence list, actually. Alright, I'm just gonna check the evidence law book. Oh, it really is in the book. The thing is, beforehand, I wasn't able to examine this. Damn. Game pulled the wool over my eyes. The first thing I did was examine it, and it just gave me the 2 rules. No other detective saw the crime scene like this. It's because I contacted Criminal Affairs only after I rearranged the scene. Okay. That piece cut out from his vest. Could that be? Cloth we found inside Chief Gant's safe. Handprint. It had fingerprints on it. Whoever fingerprints those are must be the real murderer. No. Let's get on with it! Get on with it! You should be able to flush out the real murderer. Defense may now begin its cross-examination. Actual crime scene. Real big boy crime scene. Found Mr. Marshall's embodied paled on a suit of... Whoa! I didn't even press anything! I didn't even press anything! Holy shit, Gant! They painted me to be the bad guy. I'd like to put in a word or two in my defense. Afraid it's too late for that. You already declined testimony. That means you forfeited your right to make statements of any sort. This must be the risk the judge was talking about. What's up?
Megalovania is playing.
Good.
Because I also have Lucas's stream up.
Oh, is Lucas also streaming?
Yeah, he's streaming art.
Oh, fuck.
It's just... Megalovania fits this game too but well.
If he's still streaming, I'm gonna raid his ass when I'm done with this. Enjoy the sound of noose tightening around your own neck. Oh, Gant, baby. Oh, God. Gant's got the lightning hair. Think I'm worried? Yes. Sorry to disappoint you. But I don't need to make any statements. The evidence will do all the talking for me. Even if I can't testify, I can still present evidence. No, he doesn't have anything. But someone does. So then what's your excuse, Righto? Why have you been keeping quiet about it? You do have something to show us, right? Oh my god, he's... Proves who knocked over Neil Marshall, causing his death. He planted that in the fucking place. He planned this thing all along. Think this through carefully. Can't afford to make the wrong decision. Should I present that piece of evidence? Would he just put the cloth to Emma's knocked out hand? Maybe. That's entirely possible. I'm gonna go ahead and save state and say show evidence. SL9. That was from the SL9 incident. There might be prints on the rubber glove. Maybe I can worm my way out of this. It's the book! I can't show evidence because it hasn't been run through the office yet. Maybe that's it. I don't know what you're talking about. It's because you know the truth, don't you? You know whose fingerprints are on it. That's why you won't present it. Can't you figure it out? Take a good look at this picture. Victim's vest. Notice anything odd about the chest area? Looks like part of it's been cut off for some reason. You had this in your safe. Concealing evidence. This is gonna be the biggest scandal in the history of the police department. Didn't think you had the gall, righto. Can't just let you pin me up as the murderer. Tell you what really happened. Alright. You admit to it. was the first person to arrive at the crime scene that day. It then occurred to me that I could use the situation to control Lana. So you really were manipulating her. I knew Lana. If I made it look like the blame lay with her sister, then when she saw on the scene, she would ask me for my aid. Told her to arrange all the evidence. I had her plant the knife tip in the victim's body, move the body across the room. I ended up using that evidence to get Joe Dart convicted. Rearrange the... Tis proto-colleator. I had 2 pieces of evidence. I did this before Lana's arrival at the scene. Insurance. Sure, my plan would work, but it's always best to be prepared for the worst. I wasn't about to let anyone blame me for a murder that girl committed. You were calculating that far ahead while forging the evidence. I didn't make police chief by dumb luck. See the jar fragment? I hid the most legible part of Emma's name. Didn't expect Lana to go and wipe the blood off all the pieces. But if you fabricated all the evidence, what's to say you didn't fabricate the message on the jar, too? Just don't know when to quit. That's why I kept one more item for insurance.
How much insurance does one man need? Go to Geico.com to find out.
That you were hiding cloth.
I'm sorry, I had to.
That's funny. It's a lot better than being portrayed as a murderer. What do you have to say for yourself? Just a moment ago you said you didn't have any evidence you could present. It's been a long battle. The moment of truth has finally arrived. I got this. As long as I don't mess up here, victory is mine. I got this. I got this. I got this. My evidence is gonna be the fact that I can't show the evidence. Check it. Law book. Mr. Wright's humor is improved. Oh. Damn it, really? I really thought that's how I was gonna worm my way out of this. There's no way around it. I guess there's no way around it. Alright. We begin this. Let's go. On the day of the crime, you personally cut out this piece of the victim's vest. There's a handprint on the piece of cloth. Prosecution requests that it immediately be sent to the lab for analysis. The handprint on the leather must be a strong impact for it to have been left so clearly. It could not have been forged. It must be authentic, conclusive evidence. What? Righto had all this time to present the evidence. He was reluctant to do so. Why would that be? You know whose fingerprints are on that? Should be okay now. Everything's proceeding as predicted. I mean, I guess I just... Why is it giving me a choice?
Because why the fuck not?
What if I just say Gant? What if I just say fuck you? Fuck you! Oh, okay. Fair enough.
Fair. Gant's the murderer. It's not his handprint, but he's the murderer.
Hold it. Hang on. It's not over yet. This trial is not over yet.
Not over yet.
Purposefully conceal this conclusive evidence. That, my friend, is a serious offense.
Says the man who hid it longer.
Right? Honestly. How it feels to be the one who single-handedly turned a poor little girl into a murderer. Before I do that, there's one little thing I have to clear up. Who really killed Prosecutor Neil Marshall? You are absolutely right. This piece of cloth proves who the real murderer is. It's not Emma. That's not possible. This piece of cloth contains a critical contradiction. Her hand's not that big! Talking about a contradiction, one that proves who the real killer is. I actually think it might be that her hand's not that big. That's a big handprint.
Well, it's also the fact that the imprint, I think he used her hand.
Yeah,
To do
I think
it.
now...
Like, he asserted the force.
Yeah, and in order to cover it up, he used the rubber glove, I bet.
Save just to be safe.
Damn! Alright, I was wrong. And I really do need to save at this point.
Yeah, you do.
It's too late to turn back now. You're the only one who can put an end to this. Tyrannical brain ends here. Contradicts this cloth. Save state?
Behold.
Behold!
Uh-huh.
Alright, I've got to take a look at this picture real quick. Contradicts the cloth. Does it want me to throw the book in his face now? Maybe he wants me to throw the book in its face now.
Throw it. You saved though, right?
Yeah, I saved it.
Okay, good.
Okay, no. Reverse time!
You saved, right?
Clever, clever.
I may not have a fancy community soundboard like Maddie, but I can still make bad jokes.
That's fun. That's fun. I like that. Contradicts the cloth. Check. Blood loss after 10 minutes. Weapons found. Some cloth.
Hey,
Hey.
I have a thing. This might just be my brain being way too logical for this game.
What you
Mind
thinking?
you, that
What you thinking?
go back to the murder picture. Because if that hand had been there had been on the blood print, or if that handprint was a bloody handprint, so implying that that was attached to his vest when it happened, there
Well,
should
the-
not be blood on his like seeping through that leather yet, because leather is tougher than you think.
Might not be leather.
Or leather, pleather, whatever that vest is, it's definitely leather, pleather type.
Yeah. If the idea is she took her hand, shoved Neil Marshall into the stabby area,
then there would be no handprint if that is how she did it.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, I think you're right.
It changed.
Take a good look.
Holy shit! I'm helpful.
See where the piece of his vest was cut out? His shirt showing underneath. It's hard to make out with all the blood in his vest, though. His chest is soaked with blood. It's only natural. His lungs no doubt were punctured. Blood poured out of his mouth. That piece of cloth? Perfectly clean.
Yeah!
Perfectly clean. You were super right. You were super duper right, Ollie. There's no doubt she shoved the prosecutor aside. Marshall wasn't impaled on the sword at all. Yo, thanks for the assist.
No problem.
He's not impaled when he shoved her aside. Most likely hit his head on the ground and was knocked out. If so,
I spent way too much time looking up how to dye pleather for fucking Thoron to look really fucking cool, and then I decided, fuck it, spray paint.
impaled him on the armor's sword. Just picked him right up. Make it look like Emma was responsible. Said person proceeded to write her name on the jar with the victim's blood, broke the jar on purpose to leave behind a clue, made Lana believe her sister did it. What's up? Remember what you admitted only moments ago? You personally cut out this bloodless piece from the victim's vest? The very act of creating insurance, you fucked yourself! Congratulations, you played yourself.
Oh! He's going Super Saiyan.
Yeah, that's what I said! Huh? Yeah, you're sweating now. What's up, Gant? Do you have anything? Have to do better than that? Refute my allegations? That piece of cloth? That's illegal evidence. Oh, you motherfucker, but it's pertinent! But it's pertinent! Illegal evidence can't be used to convict a suspect. Old Wright here concealed that piece of cloth. Defense did refuse to present evidence. That piece of cloth ceased to be legal evidence. Do you actually think you could best me in court? Nah, son. I got you now. I'm gonna hit him over the head with the fucking book. Illegal evidence cannot be used to convict a person. Assuming, of course, that the evidence is indeed illegal. Motherfucker forgot the second rule. Motherfucker forgot the second rule.
I'm glad I could be helpful.
That said, I don't know which one it expects me to choose, so...
That you purposefully and illegally...
No, I didn't illegally did it. I didn't illegally did it.
You did it purposefully, but I'm not sure
did
about
it
illegally.
legally. Because I was going with the fucking book. I was going with the fucking book. It's not that I didn't present evidence then, it's that I couldn't. Motherfucker, throw the book! Certain procedures involved when presenting evidence. Don't listen to his lies, he's nothing but a coward. Fucking objection!
You're a fucking lamer.
Did you just call him a lamer?
I called him a coward, but I like that better.
Yeah. Earlier I refused to present evidence. If I can prove my conduct was not in violation of the law, then do so now. Give me the book, 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 give me the book. Here we go, with the book, here we go. This is my proof. Evidence, law. Fucking read it and weep. Check it. I've done my homework. Actually, Lana did my homework for me, but I did my homework. At that point in time, this was merely a piece of cloth, nothing more. You see, it's written right here in this here book, the second rule of evidence law. Rule number 1, no evidence shall be shown without the approval of the police department. I found this piece of evidence myself, inside your safe. It goes without saying I didn't have approval from the police department. 2, unregistered evidence presented must be relevant to the case in trial. And here's the crux of the matter. At the time, it was impossible for me to prove the relevance between the cloth and the SL9 incident. You want relevancy? Just take one look at this picture. That was after. When was that picture presented? Yeah. Only a few minutes ago. At the beginning of today's trial, that piece of cloth was still meaningless. The person who gave it value as evidence was you, friendo, Mr. Gant. You yourself confessed to it.
You played yourself.
You fucking played yourself super hard. On the day of the crime, you personally cut out this piece of victim's vest. Yes? Yes, you did. Yeah, that's right. It was then that you approved this cloth as conclusive evidence. You, the chef of police, personally approved this cloth. The only person who could have cut this from the victim's vest is the one who stood before Prosecutor Marshall in his final moments. In other words, it's you. The killer was you.
I need what? Enough of this.
Oh, he's going. Oh, he's going. Oh, he loves it. Oh, God.
You broke him. You broke him.
He is going.
Good sir, you were going too fast there. I think you broke his...
I knew I should have gotten rid of him. That good-for-nothing scum. For 2 years, he's been snooping around the department. Go, bitch, go. Yo, what up, Maddie? The crowd loves him. Yeah, Ollie's here too. And actually, Ollie helped me with this one.
Yee, I did a helpful by having a guess based off of my knowledge of fabric.
Oh, shit. For real, Maddie? Nice.
Yeah.
For 2 years, he's been snooping around the department trying to get something on me.
For 2 years, I tell you,
2 years! Crimes are being committed every day, and he insisted on hounding me. Your crime wasn't exactly petty, motherfucker. He wanted to reinvestigate. He recruited Angel, then convinced Goodman. Yep. Yeah, that's right. If the evidence is transferred, I'll lose my only time to find out the truth. You gotta help me. You gotta help me. Goodman turned him down, as he ought to. Still, Jake Marshall didn't know when to quit. He stole Goodman's ID card, tried to take the evidence, came to you that day. He wanted to file a lost item report. I went with him to the evidence room, and all of a sudden he had to speak out. What are you talking about, Goodman? Can you please reopen the investigation, Chief? We can't transfer the evidence out. There are too many questions left unanswered. He told me to open up the evidence room and take it out. It's not too late. I'll hand this to Marshall. To be honest, I was a little panicked too. Had a bad feeling about it, but never knew it would come to this. It's when I saw it. That cursed knife. I couldn't just pull it out. You would only increase the amount of blood. You couldn't finish what you started. Even so, the blood was just pouring out. I didn't know who might stumble in, so I was wiping it up. I was worried so much about the floor, I didn't realize my mistake. Gumshoes. Bloody handprint. Used to be known as the crime computer, but everyone has to start somewhere, I guess. I was too nervous, no business doing any of it. And you put the body in my car? I'm sorry, we couldn't think of any other way to move the body. We broke the trunk, what's the big deal? You pulled down a lot more than us detectives. Freaking Edgeworth is like, that's a body in my trunk, motherfucker!
Edgeworth, that is valid, though.
Like, super valid. Edgeworth has been nothing but valid this whole case. Poor Edgeworth. Fucking
He
just
has to-
railed on consistently through this case.
He has to go through so
So
much
much
bullshit
shit.
since fucking Phoenix Wright became a lawyer.
The trunk was real leather.
Oh fuck, if there was, it's never gonna come out.
That's never gonna come out. She had as much to lose as I did if the truth came out, so you took the evidence from Goodman's locker. I couldn't sit around and pick and choose what to take. You left the jar, fragment, and gloves. Yeah. Looks like I was better off being an investigator of crimes than a committer. From fuck Edgeworth to Edgeworth is valid. Yeah, no, honestly, the
Yeah.
turnaround is real. The glow up is real. The
The
full 180.
turnabout, if you will.
Oh shit! That was pretty good. That's pretty good. You're pretty good. You're pretty good.
Metal attorney.
Metal attorney.
I'm the attorney of metal!
Nah. Edgeworth, huge redemption. They do their jobs well. Fake evidence doesn't hold up very well upon close examination. What are you doing in court? You despise criminals. I can feel it. You and me, we're the same. He's really gonna pull the "you and I are not so different" card? Fuck this guy. Fuck this emperor-ass motherfucker.
Fuck this guy and fuck his tie. How does it work?
It's fucking Jesus tie, apparently.
Unless there are, like, some kind of clips inside his suit, it should not, or on his shirt, it should not work.
I don't know. I knew you as you
Unless
used to
there's
be.
some kind of knot, I don't know, which is highly plausible because I know maybe two knots. The on purpose tying my shoes knot and the fuck what did I do to my headphones knot.
Listen carefully, I can hear it right now. The sound of a new beginning. I hate how this guy is treating it like he didn't lose and like he's just attempting to be the Jiraiya fucking when he's clearly the Orochimaru. First, your sister never hurt anyone. Second, Damon Gant betrayed you from the beginning. You no longer have any reason to keep silent. This trial is over, I'll tell anything. All that I've done over the past 2 years, from the time I had Gant help me forge evidence till today. Seems all the questions raised in this trial have been answered. Sorry I couldn't get you out on all of it. Well, high standards you have for a rookie. I can see why Mia thought so highly of you. Oh shit, did you know Mia? A few years from now, you might just make it to the top. Ah, she finally smiled. I just
She's
forgot
so
how to
pretty.
drink.
Good job. Don't worry, on occasion my body forgets how to drink and or breathe.
Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot about that, Maddie. To be fair, it's been like 5 days. Nah, you're right. Yeah, no, for real, Lana. Edgeworth and I basically tag-teamed this whole thing. Oh, Edgy, stop being tsundere. You're such a Soon.
It's not like I wanted to
Buy me a
little baka.
Stop it. I only did my job, Baka.
Yeah, I should put two.
Seems a good self-examining is in order for all of us. I do ship it. You are innocent of
Yeah,
murder.
put Maddie on this one.
Although the chief blackmailed you, you'll still be held as an accomplice. A trial will be scheduled for these crimes at a later date. Yeah, that shit's fucked. Something amusing about all this? Long time since I felt free of these heavy chains. I'll never break the chains. This trial's gone on for a fuck of a long time. Court finds defendant Miss Lana Sky not guilty. Motherfuckers! Gumshoe, get the confetti. Shit, I don't know. Something like it. Defendant lobby number 2, at long last, is finally over. What's up, Emma? At least she wasn't convicted for a murder she didn't commit after the trial ended. I can see why Mia Fey thought so highly of you. Believe my thanks, Mr. Wright. You did well. Oh, Lana didn't say shit to you. Oh. Come on, I'll say shit to you. You'll come back later? No, wait, Gumshoe, fucking... I'm gonna make you run around like you're my goddamn pet. Yeah, I'm doing this on purpose now. Aw. Nope, not this time. Kojavez. Oh, because of you? Yo, it's you!
It's you.
You! It's your girl, Lana. Should you be doing this? She's still under arrest, you know. Ah, Gumshoe, I won't tell if you won't. Alright, guy, you're okay. You're alright.
I love Gumshoe so much.
2 years ago. The offices are right there, Gumshoe.
Don't worry about it.
Is all
I
I
mean,
can
there's
do to
probably
keep this
cameras in the near the courtroom. Don't worry about it.
All I can think about was keeping me from getting wrapped up in this mess. I was scant to cover it up. I thought I was doing it for your sake, but now I realize I was wrong. I changed after that day. Yeah, how much it was there. Couldn't bring yourself to tell you what you've done. I'm scared. Look at me with those eyes of yours. Oh, man. Trust me, Lana. Emma's wanted nothing but you to just be chill and come back. That's all she's wanted.
God, it's pretty when she fucking
Ah,
smiles.
hell yeah, dog.
Oh.
Fucking cute. In so doing, we can find the way back to our path, and once we've found it, we can move on.
Aw.
To a brighter future. At least that's what I felt looking at those two sisters make up. Yo, what up? Oh, man. Yeah, this was the combined efforts of everyone. Edgeworth. Stop hiding. Stop hiding and come over here, Edgeworth! Stop hiding behind the potted plant! Don't give me that pouty face!
Stop being a fucking soon.
God, Edgeworth is the ultimate tsundere! Oh, congratulations. Right, well, I'll be going now. Nah.
No, you're gonna celebrate with them, and you're gonna like it, mister. God damn you, he got away. Oh, he didn't.
Oh, I'm positive that ship is fucking the biggest ship.
Oh, wait. It fucking is, and you know it.
Now what anyone may say, I
It is
realize
also a good ship, and a valid ship, that has a lot of see you in court.
Yeah. I don't even trust myself anymore, Gam's right. You're not the same. Come on. Come on, kid. I can say that, because I think I'm like a year younger than... I'm a year older than him. Or are we the same age?
I don't know anymore.
My entire life to fighting them, but in order to fight crime alone, one needs a weapon. It's scary, but I've been thinking the same thing for quite some time now. Who knows? Given enough time, I might have tried to pull something like Chief Camp did. That thought terrifies me. That's why I can't continue as a prosecutor.
That's why I need my own spin-off game, Investigation. I'm sorry.
What? Ace Attorney Ollie Investigations?
No, it's like, fuck, what's it called? Hold on.
Oh, you mean Edgeworth's Investigations?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I'll be playing both of those.
Oh, sweet.
Oh, yeah.
I've only, like, played, like, a demo of it.
Yeah, no, I plan on playing both of them.
I want to play them, but that involves me actually searching for shit and remembering to search for shit.
Yeah.
And it's the remembering that gets me.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Fucking Edgeworth and I tag teamed the shit out of this. What's this, pop quiz?
Yeah, pop quiz.
Edgeworth or I would have been able to find on our own. Damn near a lot of it.
Right, though?
Hey, you the king.
Save and show him the attorney's badge.
Damn it, I guess that wasn't the right piece of evidence. Ah, shit, I fucked up. Oh, I fucked up. No, don't give me a bad end just for that, you asshole game. It was the cloth? Oh. Happened in this trial can either make or break you as a prosecutor. In the end, it's up to you. My thanks too, right? My face now is my problem. I'll be waiting for you in court.
I'll see you in court. Oh, I have a call. Hold on.
Damn it, it's only gonna give me the one chance. I'm a little salt now. I'm sure I can just look up what would have happened. It's the first book I ever bought. Study it well. Yeah. Wait for you in the bedroom as well. Another case closed. As for the sisters, I have faith. Hell yeah. Their lives have only just begun. Now they can move the fuck on. And as for me, I think it's time I started on a new journey of my own to rediscover myself. Well, don't go trekking off just yet, pal. What up, detective? Just a little matter to be resolved about the chief prosecutor. She isn't supposed to be out of jail like this. Ah, thinks I was okay. Yeah, well, maybe okay with me, but the folks at prison are a different story. I had to bribe a guard in order to sneak her out for 30 minutes. Holy shit, detective! Why this?
Alright, but
Hey, turns out Detective Bribe. No! Objection! Do I have to have a Y button? Objection! I don't fucking... Do I have to actually say it? Oh my god! I'm tapping it. I'm tapping it as hard as I can.
I think it actually, this is one of the games that actually used the fucking mic on the DS.
I can't go forward! No! Why this? This is the stupidest it's ever been. Hang on. I'm gonna give
Soft locked yourself.
I'm gonna give the fucking microphone another chance, just in case. Hang on. Fucking, hang on, I got it. 0. Objection! No. Maybe I can... Oh, there we go. I had to, like, hit Y and B at the same time. Okay, it's fine. And you were super right, Maddie.
But what a way to end that, though.
Oh my god, that was scary. She's a coroner, I think,
Soft
Emily,
lock
please.
yourself.
This affair has pretty much ended my days at the prosecutor's office. Managed to find your way back into the field somehow. And I'll be able to investigate crimes together with Emma. Scientifically. Aw, yeah, blow that shit. Kazuya Nuri. Yikes. Thought it was a goner for a moment there. In the end, though, they overlooked my unauthorized investigation of the chief's office. If we penalized you anymore, it'd be worse than firing you. Oh my god! Oh, Gumshoe. Can't shake me off. Can't shake me off that easy.
Gumshoe goes through some shit for you and Edgeworth, and I love him.
Yeah, he does. Especially for Edgeworth. Like, he cares a lot about that guy. You piece of shit. Guard the main entrance and take care of Billy. Happened to my new security guard. My partner's keeping an eye on the entrance for me today. I'll show them, though. Someday I'm gonna make detective. Yes, sir. Then I can be just like that Dick Gumshoe.
I'm waiting for Meekins to just fucking snap. One of these games, he's gonna snap.
You gotta go on a snooze cruise? Oh, to be fair, I'm gonna call it after the credits. It's only 45 minutes, and I feel like I want to start tomorrow fresh with the fresh new game. So we're definitely calling it after these credits
Which one
roll.
you playing, though?
I believe the next one on the list will be Trials and Tribulations?
Ooh. I've played nothing more than this one.
Oh shit, Justice for All? Oh, my bad.
Is that one the Apollo one?
No. Apollo's 4. Trials and Tribulations is 3. I'm playing them all in release order, so I'm doing this one. Then Justice for All is 2. Trials and Tribulations is 3. Apollo is 4. Then come the 2 Edgeworths. And then, depending on if I can get tech going on, I'll try to get the 3DS stuff working. But, no promises.
But will you play the crossover spin-off?
That is a 3DS game, so no promises.
If it works, will you, though?
I'll have to think about it. top layer tastes as bitter as defeat, but the bottom layer is sweet as victory. Kids seem to dig the turnabout theme. It's a hot seller around exam time. Just make sure not to eat it backwards. Damn. That's... Cough up queen strikes again. Ben Judd. That sounds familiar to me. But alas.
Brandon Gay.
I wasn't gonna point it out.
I am. Sounds like a great name.
Said he's been doing something for how many years?
Mr. Laugh.
Oh, I forgot my gavel.
Judge.
Professor Layton versus Ace Attorney is far better emulated. I make no promises on any 3DS stuff. I'm gonna have to do some testing on various methods. I'm gonna have to do some shit. Yo, what's up, Maya? Nothing soothes the soul like fresh country air. Sometimes I do miss hearing Nick and his objections. Still, can't go back to your full-fledged spirit medium. Afternoon training's about to begin. Doesn't work for you, I might emulate and stream the crossover. Oh, that might be a thing. Yeah, I could just host you the whole time. Mr. Edgeworth. Oh, the bellboy! I fucking forgot about him! Holy shit! Minae Matsukawa. Tatsuya Minami. I'm going to Europe. Going to Europe! God damn. A little sad. You'll be alright. Whatever I want. See, Lana? Ah, hey. Let's open this baby up. Oh, there's a little bit on the back, though. Oh, that's what it is. Yo, what's up?
It's another murder.
Here we go again. Nah. Aw, that's a cute picture.
Babies.
That's adorable.
Ah, it's cute.
Capcom. Well, court. Shit's over.
Adjourned. Court's adjourned. Everyone go home.
Court's fucking adjourned. Tomorrow, justice
It's
for
back
all.
in sec-
Tomorrow it's back in session, but justice for all. Court is now adjourned. We're taking a day-long recess. Go play in the monkey bars.
Go the fuck to sleep.
Go the fuck to sleep, Cess. Alright. I've been Emerald Fishy. This has been... I've had rough times with this game, but it was super worth it, and I am gonna continue. Because this shit's fun. Especially when it's fun. There's a distinct fun to it that not a lot of games have caught me with before. That sort of like, ooh, I know it hype. Like, that's not a thing a lot of games do. And this does it good. This does it good.
And I know nothing beyond this game.
Hey, I mean, you managed to be... You were essentially the Emma for My Phoenix.
Yeah. I am offering my Emma-esque Emma and Maya-esque assistants.
Yeah, well, I figure
I
Maddie's
demand to be
Maya.
paid in Borger.
I figure Maddie's Maya.
Pay me in Borger.
Pay you in Borger.
Eat your hamburgers, Apollo.
Eat a PB&J. Eat your hamburgers, Apollo. Alright, well, we're done here. Yeah. So,
Night stream.
night stream.